Hello guys, today I have some awesome hot takes to read to you about Black Ops 6, but first, let me explain why I'm here. Originally, this video was going to be me in Atlantic City with 8 zombie YouTubers going through our hot takes, and I did it.
I'm so excited. This is a moment. Oh, shit.
You guys first Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Babies first. Okay, people.
But unfortunately, the actual footage of that got completely screwed over. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but the original camera footage of that video and another one that I also recorded got completely fucked. So now I don't have that video anymore, and I can't make it. I don't have the process to make that video for you guys, which sucks because I was super excited to release it.
You can see the video now. The craziest sleepover of all time.
I don't think this guy has said a funny joke so far.
Responsible for any complaints. My dick.
You'll do that shit tomorrow.
I am not your dad.
Hey, Marky, is there a mark on my ass? Is there a mark?
Show him.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Why are you looking away?
I'm asking if there's a mark. It's like red. No, I swear to God, I ain't trying to be funny. He's like, on my ass. Is it red? Mark on your left cheek. I wasn't even trying to be funny. I was asking.
Who spanked you?
I did.
That was really hard.
Fortunately though, I can still read your guys' hot takes here, and my next one with Too Bad for Xbox will be just me and him talking as your normal hot takes video. So for now, you guys are stuck with just me, and I'm sorry about that, but let's just read your hot takes and let's not get all gloomy. Chuck says, Terminus might prove to be one of the worst map for high rounds, and I think the reason he is saying this is because of the Say's been a while. I think what Chuck is referencing here is the massive loophole and easy exploit that the save and quit feature could actually have. A lot of people, especially in the high round community, have been concerned that this feature is going to make it to where you are not able to have a legit high round strategy that won't able to be easily exploited by the save and quit feature. I think this is a very easy fix. I think you do the same thing that you did in Black Ops 3, but with Gobblegums. You have 2 different sites of websites, whether that's on ZBR or whatever record site you use. You have one site that has it to where you can't save and quit. You have to play it in one game. It is not allowed. And then you have a second, section of the website where you can save and quit. This is just the exact same thing as Gobblegums and No Gums in Black Ops 3, and you can do this in Black Ops 6, and that would, I feel like, solve both problems. But if he's talking from a gameplay aspect, we have absolutely zero proof for it to be great or for it to be bad, no matter what. There's no proof. We have no idea. The map isn't out yet. We've barely seen gameplay. We don't know gameplay past round 10. We don't know anything about how the works. We don't know the wonder weapon very well. We don't know what kind of strategy is going to be. We don't know what Gobblegums are going to be. So we can't even make a slight opinion about this because we don't fucking know. So it's kind of crazy to make an opinion saying it's going to be horrible when we just don't know yet. We just don't know. Our next hot take from the presidential zombie himself, Joshua Shaw, says Die Rise is the best Victus map and has nearly no flaws. Now that's just insane. Now listen, you can think it's the best Victus map even though one called Buried and Tagged or Toten exists. But I think Die Rise's biggest flaw is within its story. It is a completely filler map in terms of story and adds absolutely nothing to the main story. You could skip Die Rise entirely, have the transit crew just go straight to Buried. Instead of lighting up that one tower, that's it. If the story of Black Ops 2 was let's light up the tower of transit and Buried and then go to Richthofen side, it would be the same exact story as let's light up the transit, Die Rise, and Buried tower and then go to Richthofen side. It doesn't change. I mean, yes, there's some interesting things that Stuhlinger says at the beginning of the Die Rise cutscene, talking about the flesh and him having his conversation with Richthofen. But the story in itself of that map is not good. Also, although I do like the layout, I mean, PhD Flopper is a perk that would be super useful in that map, and it's just not in it. The Liquefier nerf was not a good nerf. I wish it was the old school Liquefier, and yes, I know it was completely overpowered. That's what's great. The Tramplestein can be super glitchy. That map had insane bugs on launch. The Easter egg, you can only play with 4 players, and with things like the elevators and the Mahjong tile step, those steps just suck. And Die Rise overall is just not a very fun Easter egg, and I do not like Die Rise. I know a lot of people have been coming around the Die Rise, and I'm very excited for the remaster of Die Rise by Zella Dobby, but I don't think that this original version of Die Rise has no flaws. I think that there is a lot of flaws within that map. That's not me sitting here saying that's a horrible map, though. I think it's got some great things about it. I really like some of the things that I do see in Die Rise, but most of Die Rise, in my opinion, is just mediocre. Bleh. I'm not one to sit here and shit on Die Rise like I know Tim Hansen would, but I am not one person to praise Die Rise, although, like your comment, Joshua, I love you. You're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. But it's not for me. Lucario says, super sprinters are one of the worst additions to modern zombies that I don't understand the appeal for it. They literally punish you for moving and promote a campy playstyle in the sense that armor can be upkeep easier. Super sprinters just leads to what seems like a lot of unfair hits take. I agree. Super sprinters is one of the worst things ever implemented in zombies history. I don't understand why they implemented it in Black Ops 4 and Cold War. I don't get it. It really does promote campy. It's really hard to run and gun, which I think is more fun. Let's move on. Lucario, great take. You know what? Best take of the evening. Next take here from Mystic. Rave is a top 10 zombies map, and Shaolin and Attack are top 15. If you were asking Rage Aimbot, he'd agree. If you're asking me, no. I think Rave as a top 10 zombies map is arguable. I really do like Rave in the Redwoods. I wouldn't put it in top 10 personally, but I'd put it top 20. I think it's that good. But Attack and Shaolin, Attack of the thing is a horrible map besides the boss fight. There's not a single other thing in that map that I like besides it. Don't like the wonder weapon, don't like the Easter egg steps, don't like the layout, don't like the ugliness, grainy feel of the map, don't like anything. Don't like Medusa, where the fuck her name is, Elvira in that map. Attack is horrible besides the boss fight. I do not like Attack. Shaolin is better. I like the atmosphere, I like the music, I like the vibe, I like the kung fu, I like the underground area. But Shaolin has a horrible Easter egg. The Rat King boss fight is not fun. The rat step, where you have to follow it, where it doesn't even have an animation, is one of the worst steps in zombies history. Such a glitchy map on launch. Yeah, Shaolin's got some cool traps, got some cool things, but no, it's not top 15. It's just unfair, because if you're going to 15, you're going to maps like Barry. You're going to other maps that have, like Zetsubo, maps that are definitely better than Shaolin. I know that a lot of people have been, praising Infinite Warfare within the last couple of years. I know it's been a big topic, especially because people are going back and playing the older games after people not liking Vanguard, Modern Warfare 3, what have you. But this is a little too far, Mystic. I love you. You're great. I don't know who that is on your profile picture. Can't even tell. It's definitely wrestling. Shout out you. But no. I like the Rave take, but not Attack and Shaolin. I am 100% serious when I say the Zombie Chronicle maps are downgrades compared to their original counterparts. And even the BO1 remakes, the atmosphere, sound design, and I just hit my microphone. What the fuck? The atmosphere, sound design, and small bits of personality are gone. The wall weapons are being BO3 instead of BO1 or BO2 suck. World of War, I agree. All the World of War maps remastered. Yes, it's better graphics. Yes, they use things like the Zetsubo sounds in Shinonuma, but I like just the classic atmosphere of World at War, of the World at War maps. I like the BO3 versions better than the BO1 versions of these remasters, but I can agree with World of War. I think Zombies Chronicles is just what it is. Bring maps back with a couple of old guns and remastering them, putting gobblegums in it. You can't really complain. I feel like what else do you want? Do you want them to completely make every single old gun, every single new loadout? That's a lot of work, and they already put a lot of work in this map, in this concept, in this whole fucking plan that they made of remastering 8 maps. They could have remastered 4, but no, they chose 8. That's awesome. I love that. I think Zombies Chronicles is such an amazing sold product. One of the only times that I've seen Treyarch and any Call of Duty company really show passion in their project rather than just dollar bills. And I think Zombie Chronicles is a great, case of that. I prefer the Zombie Chronicles version of Moon rather than the old version of Moon. I think the Zombies Chronicles version of Moon is a top 5 zombies map of all time. I think the original is top 15, but I think the now one is top 5 ever, especially because you can do the Easter egg ever. I think the newer version of Ascension way better than the Black Ops 1 version, even though rest in peace PhD. But maps like Shangri-La, where PhD is taken out, PhD is such an integral part of that map. And I don't like the newer version. I don't like the newer version of Origins. I like the old school Black Ops 2 version of Origins. So it's give or take. I prefer the old World at Wars. I prefer the old, I prefer the new Ascension and Moon, and I prefer the old Shangri-La and Origins. I agree with your take saying that I just prefer the older versions, but I don't think it has anything to do with, I don't think you can say they're downgrades. I just think that they're different. I just think that I have the nostalgia from the older games, and I just love them so much, and the atmosphere of the older games, is amazing for what it was. But if we're going on to a technical standpoint, the atmosphere in Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicles, especially on maps like Shironuma, Moon, Shangri-La, are definitely better just objectively because it was made newer. So I can understand the take. I get it. But you can't shit on Zombie Chronicles in my opinion. Like, I just don't see a way where you can be like, this is bad. So I don't think you are saying Zombie Chronicles is bad. I'm just thinking that you're saying you appreciate the original counterparts, and that's a fair argument. I will not go against that. Colin says Moon is a terrible map. Astronaut the dog. Map layout sucks. Easter egg is so RNG based, it's cancer. It's just boring in general. I have no idea how people like Moon. I just told you Moon is a top 5 zombies map. Let me defend it. I think everything that you said here is absolutely right, except for the first bit about map layout. I understand that Moon does not have the best fast travel of any map, but I don't think the map layout is horrible. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of running to do with that map. The only real shortcut is that teleporter by the pyramid. So I understand that. But Moon also has so many great things that you just decided not to put in this. First off, Moon has one of the best high round strategies of all time. Moon has one of the best stories of all time. Yes, the Easter egg is RNG based, but you can play on a game like Black Ops 3. Moon is absolutely amazing. If you're talking about the original Moon, Black Ops 1 version, I get it. I get it. Moon looks ugly. The astronaut sucks. The map layout isn't the best. I'm not going to defend it too much. The Easter egg is RNG based. I get it. The Black Ops 3 version, I don't think it's fair to do that. First, beautiful looking map. A lot of people complain about Juggernog in Area 51, but that's such an easy fix. Just go back one more time when you down it is Jug. I don't understand people complaining about that. The Hacker, one of the coolest, most unique things in Zombies history, has like 100 different abilities. And you probably don't even know all of them. That's how many abilities I have. I don't know. I did an episode with Joel's. I only got like 12. And it was like 100 abilities, so a lot in the Hacker device. Some of the best side Easter eggs of all time, one of the greatest wonder weapons of all time, great tactical and lethal special abilities with the QEDs and with the Gersh device. Amazing story, amazing atmosphere, amazing Area 51 concept. Moon is incredible. I love Moon so much, has such many great features. It's one of the only zombie maps that you can play casually and you can play on a hardcore Easter egg aspect. Not many maps do that perfectly for both, and I think Moon is one of the few where I can jump on casually, have a great time, and I can jump on hardcore, try to do Easter egg, try to get high round, and also have a great time. It's usually one or the other that a map excels in. Moon is one of the few that excels in both, and that's why I love it so much, even if it's not in depth as much as maybe a Black Ops 3 Zombies map. Although you think Moon is a horrible map, I absolutely love it. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't like Moon and lie to you. Fuck, I love Moon. Moon's a top 5 Zombies map. I'm never saying otherwise. Gravity. Now, Gravity gave me 12 takes. I'm gonna read my 2 favorites. First one, he says Black Ops 3 is the most overrated wonder weapon. Path Conservant is just a Gersh device. Rigger Mark 3's primary ability is just another Gersh device gun, and Zetsubo has a Sliquifier that's worse. Okay. Path Conservant's amazing. I mean, I don't understand why hating on the Path Conservant. It's one of the coolest design looks ever. And yes, I know it's completely overpowered, but that's why I love it, baby. You're forgetting about the bows. All 4 bows are so unique. Like, you can't compare the bows to the staffs because the bows have completely unique abilities. Take out the fire. It's got the electric. It's got the lightning bow, the storm. It's a whole storm. You have the fire bow, which is completely different from the fire staff, even if it's got the same name. You have the void bow, unlike any other wonder weapon we've ever seen. And you have the wolf bow, also unlike any other wonder weapon we've ever seen. You have the KT4 or the Masamune. I mean, it's not a Sliquifier, but worse, it has its own abilities. It's got such a unique plant botanist style of goo that it shoots. And although, yes, both shoot goo, they are very different abilities. You can get a speed boost with it. It's great against the Thrashers. I really like the KT4. I used to not be a fan. Love the Masamune. Mark 3s, I can agree. Mark 3s are very disappointing. I do not like the Mark 3s. I think they're good in the early rounds, but I can agree. The Mark 3s are not amazing. I wish it would be way better if it's like a shotgun ray gun. That shit would be awesome. But if we're counting BO3 wonder weapons, let me ask, are we counting the specialists? Because if we are, it blows every other game out of the water. Blows it out of the water. Except for maybe Black Ops 1. Moon's Black Ops 3 specialists are so good. The Shadow Sword, the Skull and Non-Softwa, the DG4s, the Gauntlet of Siegfried, they're all amazing. They're all incredible. I love every single specialist. I don't think you're counting them. I think you're just counting the base wonder weapon. That's fine. But to say that the Black Ops 3 has the most overrated wonder weapons is not fair. Let me throw my hot take of my own here. Take out Origins, right? Which is just, It's the stabs, it's origins, it's a great. Black Ops 2 has some of the worst wonder weapons, some of the weakest wonder weapons ever. Let me explain. The jet gun, fine. Flicker was great pre-patch, but post-patch it's good, but not nearly as good as it was. It's hard to use that elevator shaft strategy. It's not the same. That's 100%. It's just not the same. Then you have the Mark II, which is good. Love the Mark II. It's classic, but it's not super powerful. You have the Vitrolic Withering, which I love the design of. I think it's one of the most unique wonder weapons. Such a great wonder weapon with Electric Cherry specifically, but it's not that powerful. You can't get past to around 100 with it. You have to start using the Acid Trap. So, I mean, although it's amazing, it's a great wonder weapon. Is it one of the best? I don't think so. And the Paralyze is the same way. Such a unique wonder weapon, awesome wonder weapon, great concept, but once you get around 70, you can't use it anymore. Black Ops 2 has some of the most unique wonder weapons ever, but in terms of actual power, it's pretty weak. And our final hot take here is also from Gravity. I used 2 takes from him because he gave me 12, and that's just so many. And we're gonna read it. Shadow's pat process is so tedious, it rivals Zetsubo on replayability factor. If it wasn't for the aesthetic of the map, I couldn't see anyone else recommending the map to most people. Shadows of Evil is just like Terminus, and Liberty Falls is just like the Giant. You have the hardcore, insane concept, you know, players map, and then you have the simplistic map like Giant. It's a great counterbalance. The difference between Shadows of Evil and Zetsubo is your points. Zetsubo, it costs so many points to open all the doors for Pack-a-Punch, and it's hard to get those points pre-round 12 without using a Gobble Gum, because you don't get points for the way you earn things. When you go in Shadows of Evil, you get points for taking out the Margwa's head, you get points for completing the Rituals Room, you get points for all these things. So as you complete these objectives, you get more points. So although it's a lot of doors, it doesn't seem like a lot because you are getting points from just doing the pack process. You can be done by the pack process by round 5 in Shadows if you are smart, and you don't even have to use any Gobble Gum. With Zetsubo, it's impossible to do that. I mean, it's just so many doors, and it is so tedious. I understand the casual player thinking Shadows of Evil's process is tedious, but I understand the story aspect and the hardcore players loving it because I'm one of those players. If I was a zombie player and I was introducing a new player to the mode, you're right, I wouldn't choose Shadows of Evil. I might choose Dreisendrach. I might choose the Giant. I might even choose a map like Revelation. I would not choose Shadows. But for the hardcore player, it's not fair to say that it's tedious because it rewards you as you continue through the pack process. You get points, you get the Margwa Heart, you get to open areas, you get to learn the beast mode. You get rewards as you go through. You don't get that with Zetsubo, and I don't think that's a fair comparison because you don't get like, hey, you're doing a great job. Here's 500 points for taking this Margwa head. Hey, you're doing a great job. Here's a Margwa head. Hey, here's a great job. Here's this. You don't get that in this next Zombies map of Zetsubo. You do get that in Shadows of Evil. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I wish that this video was with 8 zombie players. I thought it would be absolutely awesome. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Maybe I can do this online where I get 8 people to do a hot takes video. We will see. And it sucks that I never got to make that. I fucking brought my laptop, brought my microphone and everything for no reason apparently, because that's the result I got. But I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.